This is a $1,200 tablet, flagship chip, a screen sharp enough to make a laptop jealous. And when you open half the apps on it, this happens. Massive dead space on both sides, buttons still sized for a phone, an interface that has absolutely no idea it's not being held in one hand anymore. It's 2026. Android tablets have gotten faster, thinner, and genuinely impressive as hardware. The apps on them still look like this. That's not a hardware problem, and weirdly, Google agrees with you. And if you don't even own a tablet, stay with me, because this isn't really a story about tablets. It's a story about what happens when a platform's install base splits into a main audience and an afterthought, and how fast developers can tell the difference. You'll see the same pattern anywhere software has to choose where to spend limited engineering hours. Samsung's newest flagship tablet, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra, starts around $1,200. Reviewers this year loved the screen, loved the multitasking, loved Samsung's desktop-style DeX mode. But when they went looking for apps that actually used all that space, they came up short. One reviewer downloaded a drawing app that worked beautifully, then a video editor that worked fine too, and then basically ran out of good examples. On a tablet that expensive. This isn't a one-off complaint. Go through tablet reviews from this year and the same sentence shows up again and again, just reworded. Great hardware, and most apps still act like stretched-out phone apps, because that's exactly what they are. Even Marques Brownlee, one of the biggest tech reviewers on the planet, put out a video on this last year, and his verdict was blunt. Premium Android tablets have become a niche nobody's really building for anymore. Here's the part that actually gives it away. Google makes Android. Google also makes its own tablet, the Pixel tablet. It came out in 2023, and for 2 years, everyone expected a Pixel tablet too. It never showed up. Reports surfaced that Google had quietly paused the whole hardware line, with an executive telling Bloomberg they were still trying to figure out if tablets even have a real future at the company. So what did Google do instead? Something more interesting than canceling it. In 2026, they extended software updates for that same 3-year-old tablet all the way out to 2028. And in March, they shipped it a proper desktop-style windowing mode, the kind of multitasking you'd expect on a laptop, not a tablet from 3 years ago. Google's answer to the Android tablet problem in 2026 wasn't a new tablet. It was making the old one behave more like a desktop. That tells you where they think the real problem actually lives. Not in the silicon, in the software layered on top of it. So why can't developers just fix this? Here's where it gets interesting, because technically, they can. Android has had the tools to do this for over a decade. Since the early days, Android has let developers ship different layouts for different screen sizes, using what are basically labeled folders the operating system picks between automatically. More recently, with Jetpack Compose, Google gave developers something even simpler, window size classes. Your app just asks the system, am I compact, medium, or expanded right now, and rearranges itself in response. One codebase, adapting live to whatever screen or window it's sitting in. The tooling was never the bottleneck. The bottleneck is that building a genuinely great tablet layout still takes real design and engineering hours, on top of the phone version you already had to ship. And here's the contrast that actually explains everything. When developers optimize for iPad, they're optimizing for one company's hardware in a small handful of screen sizes that Apple itself controls end-to-end. When Android developers try to do the same thing, Google's own current guidelines list the targets as phones, tablets, foldables, desktops, cars, TVs, and now even XR headsets. That's not a target. That's a combinatorial explosion. Now follow the money, because this is really an economics problem wearing a software costume. In 2026, Apple has been shipping somewhere between 38 and 45% of every tablet sold on Earth, depending on the quarter, in a market where they already command the largest single share by far. And the overall market is shrinking, down 10% year over year just last quarter. Apple alone regularly ships 2 to 3 times more iPads in a single quarter than Samsung, the largest Android tablet maker, ships in that same quarter. The rest of the Android side splits between Samsung, Lenovo, Huawei, and Xiaomi, No single one of them anywhere close to Apple's share. So picture you're a developer deciding where to spend a month of engineering time. Option 1. Build a great iPad layout, and you're speaking to the single largest, most reliably paying slice of the entire tablet market. Option 2. Build a great Android tablet layout, and you're optimizing for a fragmented sliver of a shrinking pie, split across 5 manufacturers and their own custom skins on top. That's not a hard decision, and it was never a technical one. Every hour spent polishing a tablet layout is an hour not spent on the platform where the paying users are already sitting, the phone. And this isn't a Silicon Valley thing either. A 2-person app studio in Lagos or Manila runs the exact same math as one in San Francisco. Nobody's got spare engineering hours to burn on a shrinking slice of their users. So is anyone actually fixing this? Yes, genuinely. Google ranks large screen optimized apps higher in Play Store search, which is a real incentive, since visibility is money. As of this year, they've folded that whole system into what they call adaptive app quality, with tiers that grade how well an app handles everything from foldables to desktops to car displays. But here's the honest part. That ranking incentive has existed in some form since around 2023, and the headline complaint in tablet reviews, stretched out phone apps, was still the top note in coverage as recently as earlier this year. Google can nudge developers. It can't rewrite the spreadsheet for thousands of independent teams while the tablet market itself is shrinking under them. This gets better slowly, or it doesn't get better at all. So the Android tablet problem, in one sentence. It was never about whether Android could build a good tablet. It's an economics problem wearing a software costume. The chip, the screen, the OS, none of that was ever the missing piece. What's missing is a reason for a developer sitting in Berlin or Bangalore or Sao Paulo to spend a month of their life on a screen size most of their users will never open the app on. Until that math changes, the tablets will keep getting better every single year, and the apps on them will keep looking exactly the same. Every industry has a version of this. A main platform that gets the polish and a secondary one that gets whatever's left over. Once you know how to spot it here, you'll start seeing it everywhere. If you've got an Android tablet, I want to know, what's the worst blown-up phone app you've run into? Drop it in the comments. I'll read the worst ones. Subscribed yet? This is AZIMUTH Edge. I'll see you in the next one.